bring the energy. Ready to go.
Off the field, I build my brand.
At Jackson State, we make it happen.
Stats tell one story, my brand tells another.
This is Jackson State. This is family.
This is the KC 1400 Collective. Tiger Nation, we need each of you to join the movement.
Be the team behind the team.
Support our NIL collective. Get signed up today.
Visit www.kc1400collective.com. VI love, go Tigers.
What's up, everybody? I had to laugh at myself, bro. Always chewing. Fat self. Just greedy, man. What up, man? Y'all come on in this thing. Oh, my goodness. Said my score wasn't too far off. Anyway, man, hopefully everybody doing all right. I got a little piece of golden fish, man. I ate. Shout out to brother Dale. Man, we hey, look, we delivered on a lot of whiskey bottles too, man. I wish I would have brought my case of cat head over there. I'd have got all of them right. But what's good, everybody? Quick reaction, man. Listen, I'll say it this way. Our next two regular season games are at home. The road trip is finally over. The next trip we take is going to be to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl. Yeah, that's right. I said it. That's right. I said it. Kid must have got that fish. Nah, man. Shout out to everybody, though, man. It was good. It was good to go to Valley. Good to go to Itabena. Head over to the Delta. Shout out to everybody that we got a chance to see today. Haley, what's up, baby? Haley gonna run up on me talking about some, "Kid, you don't even know who I am, do you?" I said, Haley. She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Uh-huh. I know who you is. I know who you is." Watching from Copper Cove, Texas, original Florida. But what it do, Big Will? What it do, baby? Great game, Tigers. Yeah, man, we got the victory. That was the expectation. Definitely the expectation around, when you look at the scores from the game day preview show, Grambling knocked off Bethune-Cookman. Big fight broke out in the SWAC. What's up with that, man? What's going on with all the fighting? You know what I mean? Probably going to be some suspensions. We'll see. FAMU beat UAPB like I thought. Close game. Southern got beat by double digits, just like I thought. Big Mac, they ruined Big Mac's return to the MAC. Prairie View did exactly what I thought they would do. They monkey stumped Alabama A&M. All happened like I felt would happen, with the exception of the Alabama State game. Interesting game. I haven't watched the game, but I definitely looked at the stats, man. That was a total team victory for Alabama State. They scored on two special teams plays. My goodness, you give up 14 on two special teams, a 75-yard field goal block return for a touchdown and a 99-yard kickoff return touchdown. And Texas Southern actually outgained them. They had more yards. They had a better whatever, but you give up one play for 87 on the first play of the game, or the first pass of the game, rather, first completion, whatever that was, according to the stats. But, we're not in a situation where we're waiting on somebody to lose for us to get to where we're trying to go. We're in a really good space right now. Cookman got a date with the big dogs on next weekend. Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, yeah. So we're going to take this thing 1 week at a time, one game at a time. And that's that. You know, we're going to lock down this East. We know that that the coalition, or however you want to call them, the empty 11, or the you know what I'm saying, the egregious 11, I would call them. You know what I'm saying, the egregious 11, whatever. We don't care. We just got to keep handling business. And we're gonna get into our game here in just a minute. The only thing about our game that I am is three things actually. And that's all I got. Three things. Number one, got to figure out our field goal kicking. Tough year for OG Baby, man, but I know he's gonna get it right. Left some points on the board there. Couple punts were blocked today. Couple of them, got to get that obviously, fixed. And we gave up that 3 points before the half. That's like a piece of meat stuck in your teeth that you just can't get out. And and then two, we got to understand that when we're in the game, it goes back to the discipline piece, not getting personal fouls, not doing that other stuff, not getting drawn into that. And we like Coach said, we're not gonna get bullied. We're not gonna allow that. But other than that, man, we handle business. I mean, shout out to the freshman, the true freshman, brother Lockhart. We're going to talk all about him for a brief second. I mean, he had a really good game, 21 for 27, 241, 2 touchdowns. The only thing for him, the way he's used to running the RPO, according to his high school schematic, back when he ran the option RPO or whatever in high school. Seemingly holds the ball too long and kind of pulls it at the last second. So the running backs are still trying to figure out, when you're used to running that with Jacobian and he runs it a certain way, and then you get a new quarterback in that runs it a little differently. And he really runs it. He runs it kind of textbook, but we got to just get adapted to that, because I think we fumbled every game that he started. Or that he's been in the last 3 games, I think. Grambling, we recovered. I think we recovered all of them, but it's the last second in the drop, and it kind of lost play. But I know Coach and them gonna figure that piece out. It's growing pains. It's growing pains, man. And listen, I say if that's all the critiquing I got, I love the aggression today. We didn't hit the quarterback. They was getting that ball out quick as they could. They was doing some things defensively to try to minimize the mod. They sold out to stop the run. I mean, it was valid. They did the best they could do, but eventually after we got rolling, we just were a little bit too much for them. And that's what I expected. Sometimes mentally you just kind of know that opponent, you beating up on them. No matter how hard you try, it's just hard to lock in sometimes. But we did a good job, man. I'm not gonna complain. 42-3. I would have liked to have seen that thing be at least 45-0 or 49-0. But I'm pretty sure Coach Taylor, he wasn't happy at all about that 14 seconds. We give up a big play. He was imploring his players to compete, man. You know what I'm saying? Have some pride, play with some toughness, and not we don't want to give up no points. We want to pitch a shutout. So it's those little things that we're working towards ironing out and making that thing national championship level. Still got some work to do, and it's okay. But it's pretty cool to kind of see your team, your star quarterback goes down, and then you have your true freshman. You lean into him, and he delivers. This is his second start since Jacobian's injury, but this is his third start as a Jackson State Tiger, and he's 3-0 in his starting roles. And outside of a 4th and 9, we would have won each game that he played in. So, but nevertheless, man, it was a great showing. I mean, I'm not shocked about what I saw today. We just better than them. And I don't mean that in the sense of like as if you're better than someone. I just mean that the team itself is we're just on a different level. Had a chance to talk to Coach Buckley before the game, myself, KT Dub, TD, and Kevin Dent. And listening to some of the challenges, Valley has got some challenges, bro. It's hard to win there because you just don't have the resources, and whether there's an investment into resources. And I mean, hell, coaches like hell, I'm paying them to coach. You know what I mean? It just, not to put his business out there, but it's a different type situation, man. You know what I mean? And that team, they still played hard. Those guys played hard. They played every snap. They didn't take any plays off. They weren't looking for any pity or nothing like that. They did what they had to do. The band came in, did what they needed to do. The boom did what they needed to do. Yeah, them bugs was getting in my eyes, man. A lot of ladybugs, and I'm out there like this the whole game. I got bugs crawling on your glasses. It is. That's the Delta, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's football. You know what I mean? It's football. The field looks great from what it used to be. Obviously, it's turfed, and the scoreboard. I mean, they doing some things over there. They made some progression. But when it comes to just the game itself, we're trying to smash a net with a sledgehammer, right? And at the end of the day, the objective is to win. Style points don't get you no extra victory. But I know Coach and the staff is going to look and dissect everything all the missed opportunities, and we're just going to continue to try to get better and improve each day, each practice, each meeting, each conversation. And winning feels good. Now we are 7-2, 5-1 in conference play with 2 more to get. With Bethune-Cookman coming in, I fully expect some of the players on that team to possibly be suspended, but we're not banking on that. Hell, I hope they bring their whole team. If they bring their whole team and do what they do, when they come, they're gonna bring the same old subpar defense that we told you that they have. That's why Grambling with a second and a third string quarterback could put up points. Yeah, we did miss 4 or 6 picks, but shout out to Mike Smith. He got that pick 6 today. As we said, we needed to get some score. We needed to get a score on defense. I wanted to see that. So finally, we got a defensive touchdown. I'm excited about that, man. Bethune should have at least 11 players suspended. Yeah, man, that was a nasty little brawl, man. I don't know what led to that. I just seen the video clip of the young lady that was kind of narrating from the stands, but it was interesting, man. But yeah, let's get into our game. I ain't gonna try to talk about that. We got Monday to do that, but shout out to old Nate Boogie, man, and Quincy Ivory. They made the most of their return, according to the article from the Go GSU Tigers page. We win by the score of 42-3. Let's get into the stats real quick, and I'm gonna get out your way. From a team standpoint, I mean, we 29 first downs to 13. We had 14 rushing touchdown first downs, and they had 5, 12 through the air. Pretty balanced attack today. 7 for them. Penalties. I'll come to the penalties in just a second. The net rushing yards, we had 217 on the ground. Held them to 53 net. That's pretty good stuff right there. Given how they had put up a lot of stats versus Bethune-Cookman last week. But their quarterback went down the first play of the game. The young brother Jones. Hopefully he's okay. I think that might have been a broke finger or something. Said his finger looked like it was pointing in a different direction, which is never a good thing. Anytime a bone or something is pointing in a direction it ain't supposed to be, that's not good. So he left and never returned. The young man Nunez came in. I thought he did a pretty decent job, Net passing 241 to that 126. Completion percentage, Jared was 21 for 27. Really good complete completion percentage. The other gentleman was 15 for 35. Were the stadium announcers not saying Nate? Remember, I mean, I didn't even catch on to that, brother Tank. If there was a case, I get it. You know, I get it. Total offense 458 for us on 179, and we left some plays out there. You know, we did. We didn't eat all the meat off our bone today, but we got 72 plays to that 63. Penalties were down today. I mean, but they were big though. You know, I mean, we had 4 penalties for 44. They had 6 penalties for 70. And it was a relatively low penalty type game, but again, we gotta continue to just stay locked in on that. That's way better improvement, given how we've had some high penalty days, right? Games. I'm sorry, high penalty games. When you look at I think that was pretty much what I wanted to touch on, the totals when it comes to the total stat. Let's break down the individuals. So from a passing standpoint, Jared, 21 for 27, 241, 2 tugs, 46 long. That 1 sack kind of froze himself in the pocket. You're watching, and he had a couple receivers. I think he wanted to go somewhere else with it, and he kind of, but when you look at his completion percentage, man, you have the pass that he's finna look like a screen, and he tries to not throw it, and it slips out, and that's an incompletion. The high pass over to the right, to the left would have been a first down if he completes that to Dupree. So that's 2. You know, you easily 23 for 27 if those 2 are completed. Not really, can't really think of the other few. Just right. Oh, the one to Kobe Paul, which I thought was actually pass interference. I thought the gentleman had got there early. I'm just trying to think of his incompletions. But for the most part, the drop touchdown, the drop pass by Jamil. That's true. So you got the Kobe Paul would have been a pass interference. You got the try to pull it back and it slipped out his hand. You got the high throw to Dupree. You got the missed catch by what's called. But for the most part, the point that I'm making is pretty freaking efficient on the day. It was without question. It was. Man, we were talking about this on the way back, Tank. Just all the things that he gives you, it allows us to be a little bit more balanced than what we normally do. But nevertheless, you got 27 attempts to 45. Pretty much what we do. That's what we do. We're going to run the ball. And Ma got his 19 carries for 91. Didn't get in the end zone, but TT and Davenport did, as well as Nate Janaylin Dupree. What a hell of a run on the reverse. Man, that was just grit, determination, and you can't stop me. I'm better than you, and I'm going to beat you. And he just plays he plays way bigger than his height, trust me. And he's a giant the way he played the game. So, and he's tough as a $2 steak, man. I'm telling you. But big day for them on the ground. I like Ahmad at that count. Davenport only got 7 carries on the day. And but that's something we got to think about too when we're talking about other running backs getting the carries. Everybody want to eat. So when one goes over this way, it got to come from somewhere, right? Kind of that robbing Peter to pay Paul type method, but I like the way coach was letting them finish their drives. I really appreciated that because when they were rolling, he just kind of let them stay in there on certain series and just eat, and they did what they had to do. But on net 4.8, I mean they sold out to stop the run. It was like just they want to. If you look at the FAMU game, we only passed the ball 10 times. I mean, if I'm game playing for Jackson State, I'm definitely that linebacker. They were hitting the A and the B gap, kind of clog that middle part up, so take away the inside runs. So, but yeah, man. But for the most part, we did what we needed to do. When you look at the passing attack, really, really happy about this, man. Jency Riley had 3 receptions, along with Darren Bennett had 2. When the last time Jackson State had 5 receptions to the tight ends? I'm just happy that we did it, right? So 5 receptions for 40 yards. I mean, 8 yards a carry. There go your safety valve. You got a true freshman quarterback sitting in there with a solid run game with some big nasties up front, and he got tight ends that can catch the ball. He can get the ball out pretty quick. I love the adjustment by our coaches tonight. You know, we oftentimes we talk about what coaches don't do, and they don't get enough credit for what they do, right? So it was great to see the adjustment, because what coach wound up doing is he saw that they were basically blitzing the A and the B guy. They was basically sending the backers in the middle, in between the nose and the D tackles, to take away the inside runs, right? To take away the rushing attack, to try to slow us down. So what does coach do? He goes to the quick game, the quick pass game. He goes to the quick pass game and really got Jared into a really good rhythm. And I love that. I love that, because I was able to see me and Jason was kind of speaking to that on the sideline today. And it was a visible change. You know, coach made some adjustment. He called them in, talked to it, and they took a whole different approach. So shout out to Coach Rip Kirk and all the coaches that were dialing up the offense and giving Jared some stuff to really work with, and not have to think too much. But he's a really, really bright kid. He can from what we've learned about Jared, he can consume a lot of information and in a lot of, in a short period of time, and be able to go through his reads and progressions and kind of moving around. When you look at these are all the players that got receptions today. You know, Jamil got one. TT got a screen pass. E. Simmons, he got I'd say he got a reception today. Good for him. Darren Bennett, tight end, 2. Kobe Paul got 1. Darren Denario got a screen and took it up. Shamar got a good one on the outside. Jency got 3. And Dupree just, staple in the middle. Was able to get a total of, 70 yards, I think? Yeah, maybe 80, because I think he had a 22-yard reverse. So 80 total yards, if my math serves me correctly, that too. So, yep, 80 total yards on 5 touches and a touchdown. Nate, 6 receptions. Shout out to Nate, bro. Nate has the documentary that comes out. He returns to Valley, and he just goes up there and does what he does, man. I know that, losing a player like that was tough for them to take, but he was the best player they had last year. And we're happy that he's a Tiger. We didn't poach him. He got in the portal, and we was like, hey, he available. We're gonna try to get him, right? And the coach did a great job of grabbing him and making him a Tiger, man. And we did what we had to do. So happy that he's on our side and not on their side, because when we played him last year, we had to account for number 6 on the field. Now number 3 is running all around, 6 receptions. He did some good stuff in the punt return today. I like the 2 kick returners with TT and Rembert, and 2 touchdowns today for Nate. When you go to the defensive side of the ball, shout out to Reed. Reed had a solid day, 7 total tackles and a tackle for loss. A forced fumble by Ashton. Ashton had a good day, 5 total tackles, 1 assist, 4 solo, and a forced fumble. Quincy had a forced fumble today. 3 total tackles, 1.5 tackle for loss, and a half a sack. So pretty good day at the office for the we got some opportunities with special teams, and I expect them to continue to improve. We play a lot of freshmen. Keep that in mind. We play a lot of freshmen, and as we get better, man, as we continue to play, we got 2 more regular season games for my schedule, and then we go into the SWAC championship. But our expectation when we communicate, when we talk, when we do what we do, is to basically, my mistake, is basically, our expectation is to win. Don't have too much to really just belabor this Valley post-game reaction, because the expectation was to just go up there and dominate and win. We did that. I'm just happy. I know that the team is happy. We get to play at the Vet for the next 3 games. I'm going to let you figure out what that 3rd game is going to be. Right? So we ain't lost in the Vet in since 2023. We don't plan on losing no time soon. So I'm excited about it. Oh, good brother. I know this is off topic. The JSU ladies win their soccer championship. No, it's tomorrow. We won yesterday, and they off today, resting. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. They got the soccer championship. Matter of fact, since you mentioned it, I'll go ahead and throw it up there for you. I thought I had it on there. I'll tell you what, I got one for you. I got it right here. Boom shakalaka. There you go. All right, so yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. on SWAC TV. You got Jack State taking on Grambling. So y'all be sure to tune in to SWAC TV tomorrow for that game. If you're in the Houston area, go support those Lady Tigers. It's going to be a Prairie View. So yeah, that's what we're looking to do, man. But as far as the game, great game, man. Great game. Like I stated, we got some opportunities out there, man. But I'm proud of the team, and we did what we need to do. You got to win these games, right? Wasn't close. We dominated them, but you just got to go do what you got to do when you play these types of games, man. That's all you really can do, and we did that. So happy to be off the road. Hell of a road trip for this season. So we get home cooking for the rest of the season, and then we go to Atlanta to our second home, and we're gonna do what we do after that. So, but we got to win though. We got to win. So it's win or go home, and that's just how that is. We don't want to go to no FCS playoffs. I will say this in regards to the teams that are looking to potentially, hopefully, that the teams that got their fingers crossed about Jackson State losing so they have a chance. Obviously, Alabama State wants to see us fall. Alabama State and Prairie View got the two easiest schedules left over. So they both play Valley and Pine Bluff. No disrespect to Pine Bluff. Valley is Valley. So I forget which one play who next week. I think Prairie View plays Valley next week. Alabama State plays UAPB. I think that's how that goes. Or it's the other way around. I think Alabama State got Valley. I think Prairie View got UAPB, and then they play Valley, something to that effect. But we got Bethune-Cookman, and we finished up with Alcorn, who put that smack hit down on Southern today. So that Soul Bowl game going to be a real interesting game, man. It's going to be a fun one. So I expect now Alcorn got Grambling next week. Grambling is just continuing to win. They continuously winning. They're 7-3 right now. Quiet as kept. It is what it is. They winning, but they're in second place in the West. I fully expect Prairie View win next week. They clinch the West. They clinch a berth in the SWAC championship game. They win next week. They play Arkansas Pine Bluff, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the case. Matter of fact, let me confirm that, and then I'm gonna get out y'all way. But I want to say that's who they play. Let me just look at it real quick if y'all don't mind. So UAPB they got Prairie View next week. So Prairie View, UAPB next week. Prairie View beat UAPB. They clinch. If they do lose, Grambling beat Alcorn. Grambling still will need Prairie View to lose to Valley. Has it happened before? Yes, but we don't know. We just you play to win the game, and we'll see what happens. I told you Southern will lose by McDouble. I told them that too. I said they're gonna lose by 2 touchdowns. And they gave me they lost by 2 and then some. So yeah, man. Did y'all talk about how that fight may affect BCU? I did touch on that a little bit. As we stated, there may be some suspensions. I mean, we fully expected when we got into the fight versus Alabama State. I think we had 9 players that got suspended, if I'm not mistaken. We had quite a few players that got suspended. We had some players get suspended after we got into the fight at Southern. Remember we tried to plant the flag in 21 when Prime was it Prime? I know, yeah, it was that. Yeah, the Malachi Wyman got suspended. It was quite a few. There you go, bro. That's my thoughts too, Andre. We're gonna do what we do. So we're not hoping whatever. That ain't none of our business. Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi for a blackout. Rock those black collective hoodies or whatever whatever you got, your black KC 1400 t-shirts, your black JSU gear, whatever you got, man. Come on in there. It's gonna be a Wildcat homegoing, football wise, right? So we looking to go in there. We looking to invite them to Jackson and beat them down. That's our goal for next week. All right. So listen, man, good showing at the office today. We won 7-2, still the best HBCU football team in the country. put my money on Jack State over anybody. You know, so to the posters, I don't give a damn. You know, we just gonna keep winning and let y'all figure out the rest of it. So that's how it is. That's what it is. You know, shout out to those Tigers, man. Continue. Listen, man, get rested up. You know, continue to put that grind in, and we got another one to get this week. Now listen. Now let me say this: that game will be at 12 p.m. kickoff. It's a 12 p.m. kickoff, y'all. Hey, I saw you, Miss Bunny. I saw you, baby. I did. I sure did. Ready for that blackout? Yes, sir. I got a new something for that. I got a different one. You know, I got a little something for that game as well. But no, man. Listen, don't forget, flash sale, $35 available for your tickets. Grab your tickets to the Bethune-Cookman game. 12 and under, get in free. Don't forget, you got to go to gate 10G. 10G. All right? All right, everybody. That's all I got. I'm going to see you guys back on Monday. I got to get my travels out the way. Listen, this travel situation is getting a little weird. You know, they reducing flights. So your boy got to maneuver a little bit, man. So Delaware State was all in the comments today. Nobody was down by no Delaware State. Delaware State is not going to beat South Carolina State, so it don't make no difference. Y'all, everybody talking about Delaware State, and quiet as kept. South Carolina State is probably going to win the MEAC again. Now, granted, South Carolina State still got to play North Carolina Central, but I think South Carolina State is the best team in the conference. But nobody talking about them because they're too busy looking at, the Deshaun Jackson project, which is fascinating, by the way. They won one game last year. Now they 7-3. Whoop-de-doo, right? No, I can't, Brother Jimmy. I got to go home, man. I'll be back. I just look to the good Lord. And he had me be where I'm supposed to be. That's how they go, man. So, no, man, I got to get to the crib. I'll be back this weekend. It was already that. I'm not going to get into my flight tree to get to the house, but it's going to be pretty wicked. It's going to be pretty crazy. I got to maneuver a couple of different airports and Ubers and do all some creative stuff just so I can get home. I need to reset, get rested, get caught up on my sleep. And I got Bible class this week, man. My life is not this stuff. I just do this full time. You know what I mean? So appreciate y'all. Hey, man, I'm going to go and get packed up, get ready to hit this airwaves. But man, again, shout out to the Tigers, baby. Hey, man, let's keep winning. We got 2 more to get. I'll see you guys on Monday night, Wednesday night, and then we'll see you. Hey, what's up, baby? What it do? Got some news? Oh, hey, man, hey, we excited about it, baby. We excited about it. Don't drop that news. Time for an initiative for the next jet. Hey, man, we need one, bro. Hell, I'm going to be, if they start, when they reducing these flights and they keep jacking the prices up here, we're going to be doing an initiative so I can travel. Shit. But nah, man, appreciate y'all, man. Be happy. Look, lead them folks. Let the coalition punch the air. I told them they had 2 weeks to get their Bethune-Cookman t-shirt. So they still got a nice Wildcat sale going on, okay? So get your Wildcat t-shirts while you still can, okay? And we'll see you guys in the vet on next Saturday, okay? Okay? Tune in. We know y'all going to be looking. D.I. love. Go Tigers, baby. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace out.
On the field, we bring the energy. Ready to go.
Off the field, I build my brand.
At Jackson State, we make it happen.
State said one story, my brand tells another.
This is Jackson State. This is family.
This is the KC 1400 Collective. Tiger Nation, we need each of you to join the movement.
Be the team behind the team.
Support our NIL collective. Get signed up today.
Visit www.kc1400collective.com. V.I. love. Go Tigers.
Hello, I'm Kevin Dent, Jackson State University, safety, Canton, Ohio. Today I'm being inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to KC 1400 Media Group for giving me this platform to introducing me to this stage. I'd like to thank them, thank Jackson State, and Jackson State family. Go Tigers.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.
Hey, this True Thompson. True, you got to get word for Tiger Nation, man. I love y'all. Tiger Nation. Do y'all love? Go Tigers, baby. Appreciate you.